Good morning, everyone. I hope you're doing great. My name is George, and this is the public Sitrep where we will check together what happened last week, and we will find together hopefully the best setup that we do have right now on the chart. We'll check together levels to the upside, levels to the downside, and because we are talking about high time frame, we will be looking for the best swing trades available on the chart. Okay. As usual, I will cover Bitcoin and we'll check together ES. Let's start with Bitcoin chart because I would try to keep this as short as possible, only delivering the most important information for all the traders out there. So basically Bitcoin chart, I'm going to start on the daily time frame, right? So what do we have? Well, we do have this section of the chart, right? Which was support, still support, breached just a bit, but support, then lost. We had this range, and now the price is trying to claim the support. So this is the easiest way to actually explain what's going on the Bitcoin chart right now using just an SNR flip level. You see no lines, no ranges, no tools, no nothing. So basically this is what we do have right now. We are at a very, very important level for the bulls and for the bears, right? And this is, like I said, resistance, consolidation, support, still support, lost, resistance, and still resistance, right? So this is the level, the 30K, 31K psychological area. This is the level that the bulls need to claim for more upside. And if that happens, that's a big step for the bulls. And it opens the possibility for more upside. How much more upside we need to see, because as a trader, and especially here at Safehouse, we are trading this level to level. Okay, so this is the level that we need to pay attention to. Now, one thing to take into consideration, and I will start again, we need to look towards the past to learn about the future. Now, first time this level was claimed and it was flipped to support, right? Backtest, great. More upside, higher high on the chart, the 65K area, great. Retracement, so support, the second backtest, good support, 1, 2, 3 times, very good support, giving the possibility of another higher high on the chart, the 70K area. Great. Now, the third time, right, this support was breached, then we have this consolidation area, right? And then the support was lost, giving the possibility of a 50K area, right? So what I'm trying to say with this, so each time a support, and this goes for any kind of SNR flip level, could be support, could be resistance, but in this case, we do have support. The more it gets tested, the weaker it becomes. So first time, very good bounce. Second time, very good bounce. Third time, not so good, right? Now, let's get back to our current price action. So remember, this is resistance. First time, rejection, right? Giving the possibility of the retracement to the 20K area. Now the price is once again here, right? So remember, support, flip to resistance, second test, first test, and the second backtest, right? We need to pay attention to this. And in my opinion, if the first time I was fairly aggressive with my shorts, now I want to see more confirmation here, right? I would like to see more confirmation because it is the second backtest of this SNR flip level. And we need to pay attention to what's going on, right? If this level, like I said, if this level will be claimed, then it opens the possibility for more upside. If this level is still resistance, then one would expect a retracement, and depending how that retracement goes, we need to see what's going on the chart. But technically speaking, this is the second touch of this level, and this is the good moment for the bulls to actually claim this level. If this area will be acting as resistance once again, that is weak for the bulls, right? So the first time, yes, it was expected to see a rejection. We had a very, very nice price action, the retracement, but now this is the second time. If this area managed to act as resistance, that's not good for the bulls, right? So that's weakness in my opinion, and that could potentially open the possibility for lower, right? So that's one thing to take into consideration. That's why I'm just waiting to see actually what is going on in this area. I would like to see a clear sign of weakness, and we will talk together. We'll find together what that sign of weakness will be. But until that happens, I would favor more upside, right? So my bias is to the upside. However, we need to understand that we are at high time frame resistance, and at resistance, by definition, one will look for shorts. It is way too late, in my opinion, to actually to look for a long up here. We will talk about the bullish scenario. We will talk about levels that we need to pay attention to, the upside, potential retracement, and potential long setups. Obviously, everything that we share in this stream is not financial advice, and this is just for educational purposes only. And I want to make sure that you can actually hear me. Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. Sound awesome. Thank you for the confirmation. Good. Now, so we are at resistance, and like I said, at resistance by definition we're looking for shorts. However, because this is the second touch of this level, right, I would like to see more confirmation for more downside, right? So that's one thing to take into consideration. Great. Now let's enable the ranges, because you all know I love to trade ranges, and we do have this one, right? A high time frame range, where this support was not just a random level on the chart, was actually the value area low of this range. So value area low acting as support, and lost, and more downside is possible. Then we've seen this, the first touch of this level, small retracement, push to the upside, and now the price, like I said, is fighting with this 30 to 32, 33, let's say a psychological area. However, we do have this piece of information here. We do have the value area low, right? So a very good idea and a very, very good retracement for the bulls would be somewhere in this area. The value area low currently is around 28,700 area. Again, this is a high time frame level, and I wouldn't like to, refer to this level as to the absolute dollar. So give or take 1% to the upside, to the downside really doesn't make that much of a difference. But this is a level, because it was our resistance, deviation, still resistance, but this is one of the levels that I would like to see flipped to support. I would like to see a back test, and that would give me more confidence for more upside. And this could be because, like I said, it's way too late, in my opinion, actually to look for a long here. If you're looking for a long, looking to ride this trend, because for the moment we do have bullish market structure in this section of the chart. The price keeps making higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, and now we need to see what's going on, right? So in this kind of situation, for a long setup, right, one would like to see a retracement, and depending on the reaction that we got to in this area, that could be a potential setup, right? So this is the first level that we need to take into consideration here, right? So if the bulls manage to flip this, the value area low of this high time frame range, manage to flip this to support, then that's good for the bulls, and more upside is possible. Also, because locally here we talk about another range. Let's enable the other range, the lower range, right? Because we had this range, right? This range breaking to the upside, back test of the top of this range, and remember the level that I talked 2 weeks ago, and that would be the high time frame SNR flip level, right? This is a very, very good example of an SNR flip level, because first it was support, then it was resistance, claimed, backtested, right? The first backtest, remember what I was talking was 2 weeks ago? Yes, I guess so. Or more, I can't remember right now, but when the price was somewhere in this area, I was talking about a long in this area based on the backtest of this level, right? We've got the first backtest of this level. Remember, at the first backtest of a level, I like to be more aggressive, because one would like to see a reaction. And indeed, we've got the reaction, and the price printed a new higher high on the chart, right? So in this section of the chart, we do have this range breaking to the upside. Very nice high time frame SNR flip level, but other than that, the price is actually creating a range right now. So everything that's above this level, the 25,222, so basically the 25k area, everything that's above that level, we can consider that a range. And this is our range. This is our range. Please allow me to hide the upper range for a second. And this is a range. And within a range, the way we like to trade the range is we trade, first of all, top and bottom of the range. And other than that, we trade the value area of this range. Value area low, point of control, value area high, right? So currently, the price is just consolidating above the value area high of this range, which by definition is bullish. Definitely, this is not bearish price action. Now, one would like to see a backtest of this level, right? We've seen this retracement, a swing failure pattern of the low of the range. By definition, that's a very, very good setup. Obviously, you need to book profits, right? But I'm still waiting if what's going on here would give this price action here, and we will talk about this one too, because this is also interesting. If this section of the chart will give the possibility of a retracement, the first level that I would like to take into consideration is this one, the value area high of this range. If the bulls manage to hold this level, the value area high of this range as support, then definitely more upside is possible. So it would look something like this, right? Holding as support, and then more upside is possible. Remember, in the same area, we do have the value area low of the other range. So I would think about this as an area as a confluence between the value area low of the high time frame range and the value area high of the more local range. So this is the first level that I would like to see the bulls holding this level as support, right? So that would be the first long setup that we could see on the chart, and that would be a very, very, very bullish scenario. If this happens, definitely we could use this section of the chart, right? This still resistance, I would use that as a take profit one, not too much, maybe 25%, right? And other than that, I would keep the rest riding for higher, because this is a very, very, very bullish setup based on a backtest of the value area low of the high time frame range, and also the value area high of this more local range, right? So that would be the first level that I would be looking for a long. It will start as a scalp, but with the possibility to become something more than just a scalp, a day trade, and a possible swing trade. Problem: the price still needs to claim this, right? This area, right? This entire section of the chart is still resistance. That's why I said, if we get something like this, then take profit one should be in this area, because yes, this is the bullish scenario, but as a trader, you need to be prepared for both the bullish and the bearish scenario. The price could very well do this, then get acceptance, and boom, down we go. So this is also a valid scenario. This would be a very, very aggressive long, very, very aggressive long. We need to find a good stop loss for this, and I would use the wick. Let's say we get this, I would use the wick. I just give it just a bit of space below this, right? And then possibly the price will go higher. So it will look something like this. Again, based on reaction, this is a very, very, very aggressive entry, but following the bullish scenario, the bullish uptrend that we do have right now, that would be the first level that I will be looking for a possible long. Again, starting as the scalp, based on reaction, you want to see maybe a swing failure pattern of this one together of the touch of this area. Then bullish order flow, you want to see the change in market structure, you want to see levels claimed. And if that happens, yes, this could potentially be a very, very good setup. So this is the first area that I'll be looking for a possible setup, right? Also, in this area, if we enable the horizontal levels, we do have this monthly level, right? So 29,237. This monthly level is at the same level with the value area high of this high time frame range. So that could be another level to be taken into consideration, right? That would be another level of confluence, and you know, we could use this this level for a possible long setup. We will get together to I will get back to the horizontal levels in just a second, but I just wanted to show you the confluence that we have with this monthly. This monthly, it's not an untapped monthly level. It was tapped here, not too much of a reaction because we've got this 1, 2, 3 very, very strong trending days to the upside, the price pushing. So not too much of a reaction here. That's not a problem. This is still a monthly level, so high time frame level. So if this level wasn't much of a resistance, now it could be used to check the reaction to see if this level together with the value are high could potentially act as support. So I would still keep this level on my chart, and we need to see what's going on here. But definitely this is another confluence for this level. Also, if we pull some fibs from the last major retracement and low to high, and if we enable the fib retracement, also we do have the 382 level in this area. We all know in a strong uptrend 382 should hold as support. So we do have a couple of confluences in this area, so let's pay attention to this. I would say 29k area, give or take, right? We need to see, one could set an alert here, check what's going on. If you see the bounce, if you see bullish order flow, if you see change in market structure on low time frame levels claimed, like this monthly level claimed after the swing failure pattern, that would be a very good setup, right? So a couple of things to take into consideration here. So that would be the first area that I'll be looking for a possible setup, right? Now let's hide a couple of things here, and also let's hide the horizontal levels, right? Another thing we need to take into consideration, because like I said, I love to trade ranges, and I mentioned this section of the chart, right? So everything that's going on above the value area high is actually forming a new range. And when I see a range, one of the first things that I like to do is pull up fixed range like this. And what do you know? Like I said, what are the levels to trade within a range? High, low, and other than that, the value area of this range. Value area low acting as support, and the value area high acting as resistance, yes, wicks, as you can see, but other than that, you can see the value area high is still resistance, right? So definitely we need to pay attention, because we're moving from range to range, from a high time frame range to more local range, and to what's going on right now on the chart. And I was talking about this setup, maybe we'll get something like this, right? And then more upside. Now, together with, if the price will move below the value area high, together with this, maybe a swing failure pattern of this, and the price claiming that monthly level, one also would like to see the price getting acceptance back into the value area of this range. So claiming the value area low. If that happens, value area high, point of control is still here, value area high, and other than that, the top of the range, and this area should be take profit one, move your stop loss at entry, and at that point in time, that is a free ride. And if the bullish scenario is the case, then obviously you'll make more money with this setup. Now, if we get this section of the chart, so a swing failure pattern, price claiming the monthly, but instead of this, what we do have here, so basically the price getting acceptance back into the value of this range, if we start to see the value area low of this range holding as resistance, that would be a red flag. And at that point in time, you want to move your stop loss at entry or book some profits, something like that, because then I would favor the bearish scenario. So definitely pay attention if we get this. Pay attention together with the price claiming this monthly. Pay attention if the price is able to get acceptance back into the value area of this range. So it needs to claim value area, roughly the 30K psychological area. If that happens, yes, more upside is possible. I'm trying to cover as many scenarios as possible to give you like a very good idea about what I'm looking on this chart. Right. Let's hide this top range and then let's get back to the next level on the chart. Before we do that, I would like to hide these ranges because we need to talk about the horizontal levels, because they, most of the time, they offer a very, very good confluence with the rest of the levels that we do have on the chart. And for that, basically, we need to see what's going on. So what do we have? Because we are on the daily time frame, we need to start with this, with the daily levels. Now we do have this one, and that's 30,697 tapped, but it's still our resistance. And remember, it is at the same level with the value area high of this local range, right? Other than that, we have this one tapped here, back tested, small front run. So that would be 31,342. And this level is not a new level. It was printed here. So as you can see, it doesn't really matter how old a level is. If it is an untapped level, it will do the job. Remember, without this level would be harder to actually to trade this section of the chart. And this section of the chart gave the possibility of a retracement of about more than 6%. So that's very, very good for a scalp, for a day trade. But if you are not aware of this level, that will be harder for someone to actually to trade this push to the upside and also the other retracement. Other than that, we do have, and always I would favor an untapped daily level. The next untapped daily level to the downside would be this one. That would be 26,330. So we do have quite a bit of space here, followed by this one. I really like this one. 25,116. This level is very, very close to this low. So definitely that makes it a very, very good level to trade. So downside, we do have this one here, 24,366, and another daily level, 20,194. Remember this low, this is an important low. Right. Now let's move to weekly time frame, and I'm not going to talk about this because they are very high on the chart. So I like to focus on the levels that we do have more locally. And we do have this weekly level here, 25,930. Okay, so we do have an untapped weekly level. Obviously, we still have this one, 22,167 levels to take into consideration. And now, because we're starting a new month, right, we need to talk about the monthly levels. And I already mentioned this one. Like I said, this is a tapped level, right? But I'm still keeping it on my chart, so that will be 29,237. Also, we do have a new monthly level, right? And that would be 27,210. And we still have this one untapped monthly level, 23,134. Obviously, we do have levels below, but like I said, I'm not that interested in the levels around 16K area. Also, I would like to mention this one, untapped monthly level, 45,509, right? So those are the monthly levels. So now, because we do know what are our horizontal levels, let's hide it for a second, and let's get back to our ranges. Not this one, I would like this one, and I would like the upper range, the high time frame range. Now, like I said, the first area that I'm interested in a long would be this area. right? Based on the backtest of the value area high of the local range, value area low of the high time frame range, and so on, right? So that would be the first retracement that I would like to trade. If the price, if the price managed to get acceptance back into the value area of this range, right, that would be the first sign of weakness, right? That would be the first sign of weakness on the chart. And then we can look at this section of the chart where the price was trying to break this resistance, the 30K psychological area. It failed, get acceptance in here, nice retracement. Then the price moves once again, creating this triple top, right? And then we've seen more downside. So technically, that's why I said for the bulls, it would be so much easier. And if this is the bullish case, right, would be so much easier to defend the value area high of this range. Because if this level will be lost, then we can continue to trade the value area of this range. Meaning, if the price will get acceptance below the value area high, something like this, then we do have point of control and, most important, value area low and the lows of this range. So if the price gets acceptance below this level, right, that would be weakness. Obviously, we do have levels to a downside, but technically that would be weakness. And this entire section of the chart could be seen as a deviation from the value area of this range. And that's why this is the first level, and this is a very, very important for the bulls to defend. They need to defend this level for more upside, and would be so much easier to defend this level. But hey, like I said, as a trader, we need to be prepared for more upside and more downside. And if this is the case and the price will get acceptance below this level, then we need to find what are the best confluences that we can actually trade on this chart. So obviously, I have the point of control here. But in this situation, usually I would like to trade more the value area low and possibly the low of the range. Why is that? Because first of all, if I trade somewhere in this area, I could use the low of the range as a stop loss, and that would give me a very, very good RNR. Now, if I trade here, a point of control, that would be kind of in the middle of this range. Actually, if we pull the fibs from top to bottom, as you can see, 0.5, so the equilibrium of this range is right on this point of control. So that is not the best trade. Again, we talk about swing trades or something that could become a swing trade. For a scalp, for a day trade, totally fine, no problem. But other than that, like I said, if the price will get acceptance back into the value area of this range, I'll be more interested to trade the value area low of this range, right? And one thing that we could do is actually pull some fibs, and most of the time I would like to trade this area, so the retracement to the golden pocket plus this level, especially if I do have confluences in the same area. So I do have value area low, I do have the golden pocket here, and if we enable the horizontal levels, also I have the new untapped monthly level 27,210, right? So that would be another area that, you know, one would like to see defended by the bulls. So starting with this monthly could go lower. We do have this untapped monthly level, this weekly level, right? But I will consider this as an area. So this is another level that I would like to see defended by the bulls. And if I see a good reaction, that would be another possible trade on the chart. Again, based on reaction, hard right now to predict if we have a week, if we have something like that, where that wick will finish, will stop. I can use that wick for a stop loss, right? And other than that, I would like to see in this kind of situation, I would like to see this monthly level claimed. So if the monthly level will be lost, then I would like to see it claimed, right? But that would be another level to pay attention. And in this situation, I would target the value area high of this range, right? And also not only the value area, sorry, had to take a drink. I apologize. So I said, if we get a good reaction here, then the target should be this, the value area high of this range plus the bottom of this top range, right? So that would be a take profit one. If the price gets acceptance above this monthly, above value area high and back into the value area of this range, then yes, one would target once again the top of this range and possibly higher. Again, we trade based on reaction. These are just scenario. Maybe we'll see a reaction in this section of the chart. Maybe we'll see a reaction in this section of the chart. Maybe we'll see no reaction and the price will go to the 20K area. That it is impossible to know, but it is always good to have scenarios. As long as you have a scenario on the chart, you have an alert there, you know exactly what's the trade you want to take, if it is a long, if it is a short, you know, and that make your job so much easier. If you have already the area determined, all you need to do is, you know, check the reaction there and decide if there's a trade for you or not. Think about the reaction, think about the risk to reward ratio, think about your stop loss, think about your take profit one. And if you see everything that you'd like to see on the chart, then all you need to do is click buy or sell depending on the situation, and that's pretty much all you need to do. So getting back to this, so that would be the next area that I would like to see defended by the bulls, right? So that would be the second area. If that doesn't happen, if no reaction whatsoever, I would find hard to believe that this area would not give a reaction. This monthly would not give a reaction. Maybe it's not going to be enough for a swing trade, but for a scalp, for a day trade, my best guess is that we will see a reaction in this area. So let's pay attention to this level. Now let's hide this for a second, right? And like I said, if the price will get acceptance in here, then we do have the value area low and obviously the lows of this range, right? Lows of this range, not only that, but we do have the high time frame SNR flip level here. And this is because, remember, I started this with this, the bigger, please allow me to mark this one, something along these lines, right? We do have this SNR flip level here, right? And this is the second touch of this SNR flip level, right? So one would expect this level to be breached, to be claimed, and more upside is possible. But we have this one, right? And this one, the bottom of this range was the first touch of this level. That's why I was more aggressive with this long. But now if we get the second touch of this level, we need to pay attention, we need to be patient, check what's going on there. But other than that, you know, one would expect this level to be breached. And definitely if this range breaks to the downside, that is very, very, very weak for the bulls, and one would favor, at that point in time, I would favor more downside. I'll be interested in trading a swing failure pattern here, yes, definitely, but it will start as a scalp. I would book some profits, let's say somewhere around the value area low, and then let's see what's going on. But this level doesn't give me the same confidence as the first touch. That's one thing that we definitely need to take into consideration. Okay, let's say this level will be breached, right? What are the next important levels on the chart? Well, the next important level, like high time frame level, and what I would like to trade would be this low, the 19 to 20K area, this low. But in between, we have levels. So the first thing that we can do is actually pull some fibs here, right? And that would give us the 23, 24K area. Now, if we enable once again the horizontal levels, let's not forget that we do have a monthly level here, right? Untapped monthly level 23,134. Just below we do have a weekly level 22,167. So definitely we do have some things going on here. Problem. Now, if the price will go here, I'm interested in this level, but if that happens, and please allow me to hide the horizontal levels, but because I want to keep the chart as clean as possible. If that happens, remember, so the price will do this. So the first sign of weakness, getting acceptance back into the value of this range, right? No reaction at the value or low or the lows. So another sign of weakness, major sign of weakness, losing this area, the high time frame SNR flip level. So if the price would go here and we see good reaction, guess what's happening next? The price needs to claim this level, right? So that would be weakness, weakness, reaction here. The price needs to claim this level. So this could be take profit one. If the price will claim this level, and also if the price will get acceptance, please allow me to hide a couple of things like this. Now, if the price will do this and the price will get acceptance above this level and back into the value area of this range, then yes, more upside is possible. But until that happens, this could be flipped once again to resistance, right? So we need to pay attention to this scenario, right? So this area should be take profit one, maybe up to the value area low, and then we need to see what's going on. Bullish market structure, price getting acceptance back into the value area of this range, and more upside is possible. Reaction here, rejection, this level, this entire section of the chart, this will act as resistance, then more downside is possible, right? So let's pay attention to this scenario. But that would be, in my opinion, losing this level, that would be weak for the bulls. Yes, we do have levels, but that would be very, very weak for the bulls. So definitely, if that happens, I would favor more downside. Okay, so that would be another area that I'm interested, let's say roughly the 23K area, right? Below that, we need to update the Fib pool to the lower low, and that would give us this area, right? That would give us this section of the chart, this low. Now, if we enable the horizontal levels, we do have a daily level here. A daily level, it's always good confluence, but doesn't give me, by itself, doesn't give me confidence for a swing trade. But we do have this low, we do have 0.71. So we do have some confluences. Same story. I trade somewhere in this area, right? So I trade here, and please allow me to hide this once again. I trade here. Take profit one should be in this section of the chart for a swing trade. Because at that point in time, so remember, we were talking about this, the first sign of weakness, second sign of weakness, right? Maybe a back test once again of this, and we get back here. I trade here based on the swing failure pattern, take profit one, boom, in this area. Price claim this level, more upside is possible, right? So like I said, we need to trade level to level, from level one to the next level where we book profits, and depending on what's going on there, you know, if the price moves to the upside because we talk about longs, then that's great. If the price moves to the downside, you know, you get stopped out, but you still make some money in that trade. Below this level, I would say weakness, and it opens the possibility for more downside, possibly a new lower low on the chart, right? So those are few levels that one would like to pay attention to the downside. I started with the levels to the downside, but like I said, for the moment, this is not weakness. We do have a local range. The range is still there. So I talk about this range. Yes, the value area high of this range is still resistance, but also this could be seen as consolidation below high time frame resistance, which by definition is bullish. So my bias is to the downside. If I start to see weakness and exactly the levels that I talked about, then more downside is possible. Now, we talked about long setups, short setup, the easiest trade, but I would say you should already be in that trade, would be based on this very aggressive or based on this retracement, right? Now, like I said, let's say in a downtrend, in a major downtrend, that would be this rejection here for me would be a short, like instant short there, right? So that would be this with a stop loss above the high, and I'll be targeting the low of the range and possibly lower. So that would be a very, very easy setup in my opinion, right? Depending what's going on, lower. But because we are in an uptrend and we don't have any kind of confirmation yet for more downside, that's why I would like to wait. If I see something like this, right? I mean, think about this trade, right? My entry should be somewhere in that area. My stop loss is just above the high. So this offers me a very, very good SNR, at least to the value area, low of this range, possibly low. So that's, again, that's a very, very good scalp. But this for a swing trade, I'm just going to wait for this setup. What would give me a good short setup here? Let's say this is the case where the price is not able to breach this resistance, right? What I would like to see, well, I would like to see something like this. I would like to see this area tapped. I would like to see a bounce here, and on this bounce I would like to see really, really, really bearish order flow. I would like to see a retracement. Let's say I pull some fibs, and let's say, I don't know, this is the low, somewhere in this area, this is the low. I would like to see a retracement to the, possibly to the golden pocket, and that would be, like I said, level reached, bearish order flow, so low volume, bearish CVD divergences forming, open interest this decreasing in this section of the chart, right? Something like this. And then I could actually build a case for a bearish, you know, setup. And this would look something like this. Again, very, very hard to say where the entry would be, right? And take profit one should be still in this area, followed by the value area low, lows of the range, and possibly lower. So I would like to actually to short this move. I know the price could do this, and not only this, but could do something like this. No retracement, boom, here. 100% the price could do that. But I would like to see some confirmation about this, right? Like I said, this is an area where it is too late for a long. We need to wait a retracement, check the reaction, but also for a short, the only option here would be a short. But because I don't have any kind of confirmation in this area, then I would like to just wait for a possible short. And this is kind of the scenario that I'm looking for here. Until that happens, and until we get more clarity, I'm just scalping and day trading this range. The value area of this range, top, we do have a double top here. If we see another swing failure pattern, I'll be more than happy to trade that one as long as I see good reaction. And obviously we do have the low of the range plus this one, which should be a take profit and possibly entry for a long. So that is my trading plan for today and maybe the entire week. One thing that I would like to cover right now, because we talked about the levels that we do have within, so let's say below this level of 31, 32K area, but there are a few levels that I would like to talk to the upside to, because like I said, for the moment, I would favor the bullish scenario. Now, obviously, and this is the thing, as long, if this level, if this area would be claimed, please allow me to hide this, also the this, right? If the price will manage to actually to claim this area, and if this area will be flipped to support, right, then the next important level, high time frame level to the upside, is actually the point of control of this range. Not only the point of control, but also, I think I showed this before, if we pull some fibs, something along these lines, we do have just above the 50K psychological area. Also, we have that monthly level. That's why I mentioned this monthly level here. Also have a daily, also have a weekly, but you know, this is a monthly level, right? So definitely we need to pay attention to what's going on there. But like I said, this is the next area, the high time frame area. But the price needs to claim this resistance. Not only claim it, but I would like to see this area back there. So I would like to see something like this, right? I would like to see level breached, so resistance breached, back test, support holding, and then yes, more upside is possible. And like I said, the next area is basically this, the 45 to 50K area. But it is very, very important to see this happening. It's not a very, very good idea to anticipate, to predict this kind of moves. You want to see this happening, right? Because for the moment, yes, I would like to see, I would favor, my favorite scenario is to the upside, but that's why I said a long up here with longing straight into resistance. Give me this, and this could potentially open the possibility for a long. It would be an aggressive one. It would be a very, very aggressive one, but I'm willing to work with this. Hopefully, I'll have a good stop loss depending on what's going on here. And actually, this setup, right? This kind of setup could very, very easy go here. But I would like to see the SNR flip level here. I would like to see this level breached, back tested, flipped to support, back tested one, back tested twice on low time frame. I would like to see bullish order flow. And at the bounce, I would like to see volume increasing. I would like to see open interest increasing. I would like to see each drop creating bullish CVD divergences. That is the definition, the very definition of a bullish order flow. If that happens, yes, this is possible. Not my favorite scenario. Not my favorite scenario. It is very, very aggressive. But you know, if this happens and if this level will be claimed, that is very, 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 very bullish, to be totally honest. But until that happens, we need to work with the information that we do have on the chart. Meaning this area, this entire section of the chart is actually resistance. Resistance is resistance until proven otherwise, just in the same way. Support is support until proven otherwise. So to wrap this up, I would favor more upside based on the market structure, based on the current price action, based on the fact that this is the second backtest of this level, but I would like to see that happening. Until that happens, we do have a range here. We can trade the range, and I'm looking for a retracement to buy the retracement as long as the reaction is the one that I would like to see. I'm prepared for more downside. If I start to see bearish market structure, if I start to see range after range breaking to the downside, if I start to see levels lost, like horizontal levels lost, then obviously I would change my bias and I'll say, yes, at that point in time, that is weakness and more downside is possible. And this, if this level here, right, will be breached, then we do have as a major level, we do have the 25K area followed by 20K area. Those are the levels on the chart, and we need to see what the next move will be on the chart. I'm ready for more upside, more downside. I have my bias, yes, but the bias, one thing, the information delivered by the chart is a totally different story, and I would always favor the information delivered by the chart. I see this level claimed, backtested, flipped to support, then more upside is possible. If the price is not able to claim this level, I start to see the price pushing to the downside. I start to see levels lost, bearish market structure. Then what's left is the bearish scenario. This is the way. This is a very, very good way to think when you are trading. You don't have to know. Let the price action develop. Let the chart tell you what's the next move to the upside or to the downside. So that would be Bitcoin high time frame levels. Let's move very fast to ES. ES, obviously a range, right? And I was talking about this section of the chart where we had this high, we had the value area high of this range, right? And I was expecting for a possible reaction here, meaning for a short. That never happened, and we talked about, please allow me to hide VWAP. We've seen this, instead of a reaction, we've seen this gap to the upside, right? And other than that, so basically this is bullish price action. This is not weakness, right? Same as on the Bitcoin chart. For the moment, we do not have weakness. Yes, the price is at resistance, consolidating below resistance, but this is not weakness. So just as on the Bitcoin chart, I will favor more upside on this chart. Now, in my opinion, again, it's way too late to open a long up here. So I'm left with short or no trade. However, we do have this this information here. So we do have this range. Remember, I love to trade ranges. So everything that's going on below this gap, below the value area high of the high time frame range, this is a range, right? And we've seen this, then we've seen the retracement to the value area low, then once again a new higher high on the chart. So when you don't have when you don't have levels or you don't know what to do, a range most of the time will tell you what to do. So you see the price rejecting from here, price getting acceptance back into the value area of this range, so below value area high, then we do have the point of control and the value area low. Obviously small front run, but that's normal. Then from the value area low to the point of control, claiming the point of control, value area high, not too much of a reaction, and the price moving here. Now, what I'm looking for here, if we get, because basically we do have a swing failure pattern. Like I said, I will favor more upside, but also it's for scalps, day trades, that's totally fine. But other than that, in my opinion, for a swing trade is very late. Let's pull some fibs in this section of the chart. Okay, something along these lines. And I would like to enable the fib retracement. So above this level, we do have the 786 followed by 886. So those are very good levels and they give very good results. So let's pay attention to this level. Also, we have this high and we do have this high. So let's pay attention to those levels, right? That could give a potential retracement, and that retracement can be used for a long. Remember, it is always a better idea to, if you're looking for a long, to wait for a retracement. Longing up here, yes, it could work, but it's not something that I would like to do. I don't have a very good RNR for this trade. I don't have a very good stop loss, so that's why the only option that I do have on the chart is a short or no trade. However, this is not bearish price action, so for a short, same story, I would like to see some sort of weakness on this chart. I'm interested if we get a retracement. This is a big if, because when this chart moves, it moves, right? I would still be interested in a backtest of this section of the chart, right? I will be interested in a backtest. Please allow me to hide this. I'll be interested in a backtest of the value area high plus this gap. So if the price will do something like this, manage to fill the gap and then claim the value area high of this range, that'll be a nice setup, and I'll look to trade this somewhere in this section of the chart, basically a new higher high, obviously with the possibility of this moving higher, but definitely that would be a long setup that I'll be looking for. It's good to have an alert in this area and check what's going on there. Now, if that area doesn't provide any kind of reaction, any kind of support, then we need to move back the price at that point in time. We get acceptance back into the value of this range. So we need to get back to the latest SNR flip level. And that would be this one, which was resistance, 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 consolidation, then the breakout, and more upside is possible. So I'll be interested in this area, also the point of control of this high time frame range, right? So if the price will not provide a reaction here at the gap, also value area high, something like this, that would be the easiest setup ever. Then maybe this area will provide some sort of reaction, right? And if the price moves here, I will look to trade this to the value area high and possibly a new higher high, locally speaking, on the chart. If the price, if this area, the point of control and the latest S&R flip level that we had here on the chart, if this level doesn't provide any kind of support, then one could see that as weakness, and it opens the possibility for lower. And lower, we do have the value area low. Also, we could pull some fibs, something along these lines, right? So we do have 382. Okay, so 382, that's another confluence for this, for the point of control, followed by the golden pocket. We do have some lows here, and other than that, 786, 886, and the value area low of this range, right? We need to pay attention. Those are high time frame levels, so you do not expect this kind of move to happen overnight. It is possible. Yes, it is possible. And same as on the Bitcoin chart. This is not bearish price action. This is bullish price action. But also to long up here, that's not an option. You always want to wait for a retracement. For example, for a day trade, for a scalp, I would like to see a retracement somewhere in this area between the point of control and the value area high. That could give a possible reaction. Also, we can pull some fibs. For example, the latest retracement. So the golden pocket comes right on the point of control, right? If this one, the point of control, fails, then we can pull a fib from here, or we can pull a fib from here. The golden pocket comes somewhere in this area. So there are lots of levels to trade, but we talk about here high time frame levels for possible swings. So definitely, let's be patient. Let's wait. Let's see what's going on, and I'm pretty sure the chart will provide us with a very, very good trading setup. For the moment, like I said, the only trade that I would take here would be a short, but I'm not sure it's going to be a winning one, right? After the swing failure pattern, that's the only trade that I see possible, so a short. But I'm not so convinced that's going to be a winning one because, like I said, this is not bearish price action, not yet. Again, we need to see the change in market structure from bullish to bearish. We need to see some levels lost, and then yes, maybe this is the top and a bigger retracement is in order. But until that happens, I would always look to buy the dip, but I would like to get a retracement. If that happens, I'm more than happy to trade it. And same on the Bitcoin chart. We are at high time frame resistance. I'm not gonna long here. I'm looking for a retracement. Then I can long, or if I start to see weakness, then I'm more than happy to take a short on the chart. Okay, so that would be my trading plan for this week. Let's see if we have some questions. Let's see if we have what about the volume in a short trading week? What about the volume in a short trading week? I'm not sure I understand the question. What about the volume in a short trading week? I'm not sure I do understand this question, so I'm not sure what you're talking about. So is this about what you like to see with the volume when you're looking for a short in a short trading week? I'm not sure I understand, to be totally honest. So yeah, I don't know how to answer this question. Let's see the next one. If the price can go down now, how order flow must be? Could you show us on the order flow how it is now? I'm not gonna check the order flow because this is for high time frame levels, but I can tell you. So basically, and maybe this is the answer to this volume. So basically, if this is to be the top, if this is the top, I would like to see, first of all, without even looking at the order flow, I would like to see a change in market structure, which we do not have yet, right? Even if we go to, let's say to 1 hour, the bullish markets, and even within this range, right? The bullish market, the market structure is still bullish, right? Now, I would like to see a change in market structure here, right? So that's what the first thing that I would like to see. Then I would like to see, for example, what do we have? We do have the value high, and we do have the point of control here. So the price currently is trapped between these two levels. If I start to see the point of control lost and backtested as resistance, if I start to see this, so slowly the bearish market structure locally, then yes, I would favor a push to, let's say, this low, to the value low, and so on. So that's the first thing that I would like to see, so bearish market structure. Now, if we talk about the order flow, I would like to see the volume decreasing at each bounce, and increasing at each drop. So I'd like to see the volume increasing to the downside. That would tell me that, there's more selling pressure than buying pressure, right? So remember, you want to see the volume decreasing with each push and increasing with each drop. That would tell you that, there are more sellers than buyers, at least in this section of the chart. Then we need to talk about the open interest, right? You like to see open interest increasing or decreasing. This is a totally different story, and I cannot explain because I don't have time, but usually you like to see increases in open interest to the downside, so new short opening. Then you like to see each rise creating bearish CVD divergences. That would give you some absorption. So not only you see market short orders, but also you see market longs orders absorbed by limit short orders. So you like to see absorption. So that would be something on the order flow side that would give me confirmation or more confidence to actually to take a short in this section of the chart or in any other section of the chart. But that is the definition of the bearish order flow. So volume increasing to the downside and decreasing with each push. You want to see open interest increasing to the downside, so new short opening. That would tell you that the traders they want to get involved in this area, and their choice is a short. And also I would like to see absorption, so I'd like to see bearish CVD divergences forming. That's the definition of a bearish order flow. Okay, like I said, I do not understand the question. I'm sorry, maybe I'm slow this morning, but what about the volume in a short trading week? In a short trade, I'm sorry, I do not understand that. We do have, and this is a good thing because we do have a free Discord, right? And you can join and ask that question with more details in Discord, and definitely tag me and I'll be more than happy to answer there. Other than that, you know where to find us. We do have our Discord, on Twitter, on our website. If you're interested with what we do here, obviously with more details, with everything we share, most of the things that we do. Also, we added 2 weeks ago, we added live trading session. That would be every Wednesday, just before NY Open, where we share what we do in real time and we talk. And this is something that we got a lot of requests, so we added that. Plus daily updates in real time. We do have new modules released on the website. We do have questions. We do have basically everything that you need to become a profitable trader. So if you're more interested in what we do, like I said, you can find us on our website, successrepeated.com. In Discord, we do have a free section. Obviously, we do have some premium section in Discord. And yeah, this is that would be all for this for this week. what's the difference between delta and CVD? That's a totally different story. Basically, CVD is cumulative delta. So yeah, yeah, that's the short definition of the difference between delta and CVD. CVD divergence is totally different story, but that's more advanced discussion. If you want to continue that discussion, like I said, you know where to find us. Okay, so that would be all for this update. I shared my trading plan, high time frame. Let's move once again to high time frame. We are at, allow me to hide this and hide this range. We are at high time frame resistance, this SNR flip level, right? If the bulls manage to breach this level and to flip it to support, then it opens the possibility for more upside, and I'll be looking towards 45 to 50k area. That would be the major resistance to the upside. If we see another rejection, then we do have levels, and we need to talk about the 25k area and 20k area. Those are the major levels on the chart. With that being said, that'll be all for today. I wish you all a great trading week, and next Monday will be Victor covering the public stream, and I'll catch you in 2 weeks for the next public stream. Until then, thank you for everything. Cheers and bye bye.